about to get underway as the A's are taking on the Menasha Max in a Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League game. The A's stand in third place as we enter play today at 5-3, a half game behind Green Bay at 4-1, and Menasha in second place at 2-1. It'll be Taylor Schwartz on the mound.
Leading off for Menasha, center fielder number 6, Colin Engelbert.
And it's kind of a special day for Schwartz. It's his 28th birthday as he takes the mound. And it'll be Colin Engelbert to lead it off. A small delay. The gate down the right field line is open. So that's closed and we are set to begin, and the first pitch from Schwartz, called strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 is a line drive right to Barry. Didn't even have to move. Just puts up his glove, hauls it in, and that's the first out of the ball game.
Left fielder number 8, Sam Hawley.
So we'll line up to second, and that'll bring up Sam Hawley, the left fielder. For his first offering. This is high for ball one. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is in the zone, inside corner, for a called strike, 1-1. Now that one misses at the bottom of the zone, 2-1. And now the 2-1 is swung on and chopped foul to the left side, and it'll even it up at 2-2. The 2-2 from Schwartz. Down low, half swing he held, did Howley, and it'll move the count full at 3-2. Now the payoff offering is hit to the right side. That'll be foul, out of play over the Max dugout. Payoff again, inside corner on the curve, and that's a called strike, and that's 2 up, 2 down to begin the ball game for Schwartz. And it'll bring up Adam Grambo.
Third baseman number 1, Adam Grambo.
The rest of the batting order for the Max is Max Schumann, who will be the cleanup hitter. Alex Duros will be batting 5th. Griffin Jack is batting 6th, with Emmett Kulik batting 7th. Stephen Jacobson will bat 8th, and Bryce Swick will bat in the 9th spot as the first pitch to Grambo is off the outside. It's 1-0. On this one, this is inside as Grambo had to back out of the way. 2-0. Now a pitch up and in, and Schwartz quickly falling behind at 3 balls and no strikes. Now he pours in a fastball. Moves the count to 3-1. Now this one, this is just off the outside. That'll be ball 4 and a 2-out base runner. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Max Schumann.
First baseman number 7, Max Schumann.
So that'll force Schwartz to work out of the stretch with 2 outs in the inning. Just underway. And Schumann takes a fastball inside. It's a called strike, 0-1. Now a throw over to first, the runner is back. There's an off-speed pitch outside corner. And that's a called strike. And now Schwartz ahead in the count 0-2. Trying to keep that 2-out base runner over at first. And most of the A's infield thought that was a called strike on the outside. Said it's ball 1, 1-2. Schwartz himself was on his way back to the dugout. Umpire didn't give him the call. So we'll do it again at 1-2. And now this time he'll get the call on the outside. And that will end the inning. So Schwartz allows a 2-out walk. And he sandwiches that walk between 2 strikeouts, and we have completed a half inning. We will go to the bottom half of the first. The Macs fail to score. The A's bats are coming up next. Back live at Wildwood Baseball Park as the A's will come up to bat.
First they would stop. Leading off for the A's, the right fielder, Chris Saltzman.
Chris Saltzman will lead it off. And it's Aaron Langdon on the mound for Menasha. First pitch to Saltzman. This is off the outside corner for ball 1, 1-0. Now the right-hander's 1-0 is off the outside again. 2-0 to Saltzman. And a swing and a foul straight back into the net. It's 2-1 to Saltzman. The 2-1 offering is fouled to the left side. That'll be out of play as the count goes even at 2-2. Rest of the lineup for the A's, it's Hunter Berry to follow with Josh Moses, the DH, batting third. Harry Steld is cleaning up. Mitch Sutton will bat fifth. Cole McClavick batting sixth. Zach Kane will bat seventh. Mark Warner batting eighth. And Grant Kasenke in the 9-hole as Saltzman takes one on the inside for a called strike, and he's retired for the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 15, Hunter Berry.
So 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Hunter Berry. Playing second base tonight for the A's. Langdon's first offering misses inside. Now the 1-0 is a fastball missing down low. 2 balls, no strikes to Hunter Berry. In the bottom of the first, we have no score. 1 out in the inning. Now that one comes in. That nearly hits Berry. Able to quickly back out of the way. It moves the count to 3 balls and no strikes with Josh Moses on deck. And that'll miss inside. That's ball 4. So Berry works a 4-pitch walk with 1 out.
Designated hitter, number 36, Josh Moses.
So it'll be Josh Moses now, DHing tonight for Taylor Schwartz. Moses usually the right fielder. Did an off night on defense. As he looks at one inside that misses. It's 1-0. As Langdon has now missed 5 straight out of the zone. Quick look over to the runner at first. And he's coming to the plate. And there's a liner into right field. That's a base hit. As the A's will put 2 runners on with 1 out. After the walk and the solid single into right by Josh Moses.
The catcher, number 19, Harry Stelk.
So the A's have a bit of a threat here going early in the ball game. Bottom of the first, 2 runners on, just 1 out in the inning. And it'll be Harry Stelz. He's hitting .450 on the year, and there's a ground ball to the right side that'll get through Max Schumann and into right field. That'll be ruled a base hit as a run score. Hunter Berry able to score from second base, and Moses able to go all the way to third base. It was a tough play for Schumann, but a play he probably should have
Third
made.
baseman, number 45, Mitch Sutton.
But the A's will take it. It's an RBI single. It'll be Mitch Sutton now with another runner 90 feet away at third base with less than 2 outs. And it's a called strike to Sutton, 0-1. Now Langdon's 0-1 is fouled straight back. So Sutton down in the count 0-2. A's now lead 1-0. Saltzman struck out looking to begin the inning, but 3 straight have since reached. Now there's a curveball and a beauty as Sutton swings over the top of it, and that is the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 24, Cole McLavick.
So now it's Cole McLavick. Runner still in the corners. Now 2 outs in the inning. Now there's a little cue shot over to short. It's going to be a tough play, and the throw will not be in time. That'll be an infield single. Griffin Jack, the shortstop, had to come busting in as that one was a little slow roller to the left of the pitcher's mound. He was the only one that had a shot at it. And it one-hopped over to Schumann, and McLavick with good speed beat it out.
First baseman, number 21, Zach Kane.
And with Moses at third base, he scores. So it's an RBI infield single. The A's have a quick 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Zach Kane, now runners at first and second. Now he fouls that one to the left side out of play. 0-1 the count. Stelt is the runner at second. There's a fastball missing off the outside. To the left-handed hitting Zach Kane, who's playing first base tonight for the A's. Now he looks at a called strike on the inside. Kane disagrees with the call. It's now a 1-2 count. Now there's a line drive in the center. And that's going to be caught by Colin Engelbert. Kane hit it hard. in the right center field gap, but it hung up for Engelbert to make a catch, and that will end the inning. But the A's on 3 base hits and a walk, they're able to score 2, and we'll head to the top half of the second, and the A's lead 2-0. Back for the top half of the second inning, and the A's now lead 2-0.
Leading off for Menasha, designated hitter number 24, Alex Duros.
It'll be Alex Duros to lead it off. Defensively tonight for the A's, it's Zach Kane at first base, Hunter Berry at second. As the first pitch is a slow breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1. It's Grant Kasanke at short and Mitch Sutton playing third. The 0-1. Another breaking ball on the outside. Bottom of the zone, 0-2. It's Mark Warner left, Cole McClavick in center, and Chris Saltzman in right. As the 0-2 is a ground ball down the line, picked up by Schwartz. And a nice throw and reaction from Schwartz to get the out for the first out of the inning. 1-3 goes to put out. And it's 1 up, 1 down. The DH is retired, and it'll bring up Griffin Jack, the shortstop.
Shortstop number 37, Griffin Jack.
And also doing the catching tonight is a rare appearance by Harry Stelt, who's at the backstop today. Is the first one to Jack is off the outside, 1-0. Now a ground ball over the head of Schwartz, picked up by Berry, and a throw dug out by Zach Kane for the second out of the inning. The ground ball, high chopper right over the head of the pitcher. Berry made the play near the second base bag and threw out the runner in time, and it's 2 quick outs.
Right fielder number 19, Emmett Kulik.
So now it's Emmett Kulik, the right fielder. Now there's a swing and a ground ball to Kasanke at short. He'll pick it up. The throw will be in time. And Schwartz works a very quick inning. And that will do it. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. And the A's still lead. Score 2-0.
The left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
Bottom half of the second, Mark Warner will lead it off after an inning in which Schwartz threw 5 pitches and got 3 ground balls. And his offense is right back to work, and on the first pitch is a little looping liner over the head of the second baseman. Looked like a play that Bryce Swick maybe could have made. Just soared over his head and fell into right field, and that's a leadoff base hit.
Shortstop, number 14, Grant Kosenki.
So it maybe could have been a leadout fly ball out. Instead, it's a little pop-up single, and it's Grant Kosenki now in the 9th spot with a runner at first, and he takes a called strike. On the inside, it's 0-1. I'll throw over to first. Warner is back in time. A's now already have 4 hits, as they lead 2-0. As Kosenki swings and misses. 0-2 the count. A's have their top of the order. Chris Saltzman is due up on deck. Langdon, a look over to first as he comes set. So a time called by Kosenki and granted by the home plate umpire. Now the 0-2 swung on and a little chopper right back to Langdon. About 6 feet in front of home plate. As Langdon will pick it up and throw in time. At first to get the out.
Right fielder, number 26, Chris Saltzman.
So it works as a 1-3 fielder's choice. It allows Warner to go to second. Looks like Lumens was arguing that that ball might have hit the foot of Kosenki and should have been a foul ball. Instead, it's the first out of the inning. For Chris Saltzman, there now is a runner in scoring position. As the first pitch misses down and away. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. That's a little pop-up as Bryce Swick will make the play as he drifts back a couple steps into the outfield grass. Here in second, short right center for the second out. And that'll bring up Hunter Berry.
Second baseman, number 15, Hunter Berry.
Warner still at second base, 2 outs. Berry walked in the last inning and eventually scored. As he looks at a curveball for a called strike. 0-1. Berry scored on the single by Harry Stelt. Now there's a curveball near the eyes of Berry. 1-1 the count. Now the 1-1 fastball. It gets in on the hands of Berry as he gets jammed. Schumann will chase after it, but just out of his reach. About halfway between home and first in foul territory. So Berry will live for one more pitch at least. It's a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 comes in and that drills him right in the back. So Berry will take his base. A 1-2 fastball that came in and drilled him.
Designated hitter, number 36, Josh Moses.
So to bring up now Josh Moses, who singled in the first. He eventually scored the second run as now he lines one deep into left center. And that one is gone. A 3-run shot by Josh Moses as the A's take a 5-0 lead. Moses with a 3-run bomb over the Legend Larry side out in left center. And the A's having an early offensive barrage here. They have 5 runs in the bottom half of the second.
The catcher, number 19, Harry Stelp.
Should say 5 runs total through the bottom half of the second. And that'll bring up Harry Stelp now. There's a fastball on the outside for a called strike, 0-1. A's already have 5 hits in the ball game, including that home run by Moses. Now there's a swing and a hard hit ball into right. But this one looks like it'll stay in the ballpark, and it will, as Emmett Kulik will run that one down near the warning track for the final out of the inning. But the A's score 3 on the 3-run dinger by Josh Moses, and we've completed 2 innings. We'll go to the top of the third. A's lead. It's 5-0.
Leading off for the Max, the catcher, number 15, Steven Jacobson.
We're at the top of the third. A's with a 5-0 lead. An early birthday gift so far. The A's have spotted Schwartz 5 runs through 2 innings, and on the first pitch, it's a ground ball to the right side, and Barry will pick it up and throw in time.
Second baseman, number 23, Bryce Swick.
So going back to the last inning, Schwartz has gotten 4 outs on just 6 pitches. Now the first pitch to Bryce Swick, the 9-hole hitter, is a call strike and a curveball, 0-1. Pitch misses in the dirt, 1-1. Swung and a missed. A 1-2 count. With the top of the order due up next for the Menasha Max. And there's a swing and a miss. Schwartz gets his third K, and his first since the first inning.
Center fielder, number 6, Colin Engelbert.
It'll be Colin Engelbert, who on the second pitch of the ball game lined a ball right to Barry at second base. Barry didn't even have to move, as he was able to secure the first out of the ball game. As the first pitch now to Engelbert here. This is outside. It's 1-0. The called strike. 1-1. swinging a curveball foul, and it's quickly 1-2. And Schwartz, as he always does, works quickly. On average, he takes about 8 to 9 seconds between pitches before he's ready to go. So that pitch misses high and away. 2-2 the count. And there's a 2-2 curveball that just missed. May have just been just high, and it's gone full, and the payoff now is swung on and fouled back. So we'll have another 3-2 pitch upcoming. Now there's a swinging a little ground ball into the hole and past a diving Kasenki for a 2-out single. That's the first base hit for the Max.
Left fielder, number 8, Sam Hawley.
So a slow ground ball just out of the reach of a diving Kasenki. And just able to find that hole in the left field. So now it'll be Sam Hawley, the left fielder, who struck out looking in the first. Now he swings and fouls one back. So it'll roll to the backstop, and it's 0-1. Hawley was the first of 3 K victims so far. Now he swings and hits a hard ground ball. This time this will sneak in, this time past the diving Mitch Sutton. Harder hit than the one by Engelbert. Still able to get into left field.
Third baseman, number 1, Adam Rambo.
So after 2 quick outs, it's back-to-back base hits. And it'll be Adam Grambo, who walked back in the first, so stranded at first in that inning. A's have a 5-0 lead. The Max trying to crawl back into this one early. The first pitch to Grambo misses down low for a ball, 1-0. Now it's quickly 2-0 with Max Schumann, the cleanup hitter, due up on deck. There's a swing and a pop-up, and Grambo slams his bat in frustration, and Warner will make the call and catch in medium left field for the final out of the inning. So the Max get a couple of base hits with 2 outs, but they cannot score. And we have completed 2.5 to go to the bottom of the third. And the A's still lead. It's a 5-0 game. Bottom half of the third, and Mitch Sutton will lead it off. In a game, the A's lead 5-0. The first pitch to Sutton misses inside. It's a ball and no strikes. Aaron Langdon still on the mound. And that one is lined up the middle. That's into center. And for the second straight inning, the A's will lead off with a base hit.
Center fielder, number 24, Cole McLavick.
So now it's Cole McLavick who hit a little cue shot to the shortstop for an infield RBI single. At that time gave the A's a 2-0 lead. They made it 5-0 by the Josh Moses home run that came in the last half of the last inning.
Bueller.
The 3-run home run to left center. That made it 5-0. That's where we stand now.
Bueller.
It's 0-1 after a foul out of play to the right side. Oh, 1 fastball. This is inside. 1-1 to Cole McLavick. Mitch Sutton at first base. He singled just a few moments ago as he will now have to dive back on a throw over, and he'll be safe. The 1-1 as McLavick squares to bunt, pulls it back. It's a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-2. McLavick looks over to Lumens at third base to get his signs. 1-2. Swung on a hit to the left side. The shortstop, Griffin Jack, will make the play, and the second baseman, Bryce Swick, able to hold on the ball. He did drop it. The umpire ruled that he secured the out before he lost the ball in the transfer to try for a double play.
First baseman, number 21, Zach Kane.
So it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. Even if Swick handles that cleanly, McLavick with good speed probably beats out a throw anyway. So now it's Zach Kane, who lined out to center in his first at bat. Now he hits one up the middle. That'll sneak through into center. That's another base hit, as McLavick will head around second, and he'll be at third base.
Excellent.
So the A's now have their 7th base hit. Runners in the corners, and there's just one out. We're in the bottom of the third.
Left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
And it'll bring up Mark Warner. And he singled to lead off the second. He eventually scored on the home run by Josh Moses. A's trying to add to the run total that they already have 5. It's now that a pitch in the dirt with Kane off in the pitch. That'll be a stolen base. McLavick unable to score from third. Got away from Stephen Jacobson, but not far enough where McLavick could score. So now it is now runners at second and third. There's a called strike, 1-1. The Max will, interesting play with their infield in a game they already trail 5-0, trying to keep that deficit from going any larger. And now Warner hits it high, but playable in the left. Sam Holly will make the catch. McLavick will come in and he'll score, as that throw will be to Max Schumann, the cutoff. And the A's get another, and they have a 6-0 lead now on the sac fly by Mark Warner.
Shortstop, number 14, Grant Kosenki.
So it looked like Warner just got underneath it, but he hit it far enough and allows another one to score. So now it's Grant Kosenki with Kane still at second base. And now Kosenki hits it into right, but right at Emmett Kulik, who'll drip back and make a leaping catch to get the final out of the inning. But the A's get a couple more base hits and another run, and we have completed 3. The A's keep scoring. They have a 6-0 lead.
Menasha, first baseman, number 7, Mac Schumann.
Max Schumann will lead it off, the cleanup hitter and first baseman for the Max. And Schwartz is still on the mound. He's allowed just 2 base hits, no runs. In a game that he finds his team has scored 6 for him as he's in a 6-0 lead, and the first pitch is hit to right. And that will be caught by Chris Saltzman for the first out of the inning.
Designated hitter, number 24, Alex Duros.
A lot of early count outs for the Max so far. There's a curveball for a called strike, and it's 0-1. And there's strike 2, 0-2. Curveball on the outside. Duros, the DH, waits, and he looks at one in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss, a strikeout. There's number 4 for Schwartz. And it's quickly 2 up, 2 down.
Shortstop, number 37, Griffin Jack. Aaron Langdon.
So it's the shortstop, Griffin Jack, and he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now that one misses down low. 1-1 in the count to the Max shortstop. As there's a curveball in the zone on the outer half. It's 1-2. Now there's a fastball that looks like it skipped underneath the feet of the batter Jack. Somehow avoid contact with that pitch. So it'll move the count to 2-2. Now that one misses the plate. It's now a full count. And the payoff is a fastball that misses. Both the Schwartz and the A's infield were on their way to the dugout. They thought that was strike 3. Instead, it will continue the
Right
inning
fielder, number 19, Emmett Kulik.
as Griffin Jack works a 2-out walk. So it'll be Emmett Kulik who's grounded out in his only at bat. As there's a throw over, runner's back. Now the first pitch to Kulik is down low with a fastball. 1-0 the count. A's lead 6-0. They have 7 base hits. Now there's a swing and a miss. They throw it on to first. Runner will be back in time. Stelp trying for the pickoff behind the runner at first. Instead, it's a 1-1 count. There's 2 outs. There's a breaking pitch right on the outside. The bottom half of the zone. So it's a 1-2 count. And there's a fastball that just missed. It's now even at 2-2. Now one in the dirt, scooped up by Stelt. As the count will now go full to the second straight batter. Stephen Jacobson, the catcher, is on deck. He'll bat if this runner reaches. And the batter will indeed reach as that one misses inside. So back-to-back 2-out walks on 3-2 pitches. And the Max.
The catcher, number 15, Stephen Jacobson.
Max will bring up a man now to the plate with 2 runners on. There are 2 outs in the inning. And the first pitch is hit into center, shallow, and McClovic running will make the catch. A nice play by McClovic to run that down, and that will end the inning. So the Max work a couple of 2-out walks.
I am over on the
But
first
the
base bleachers
batter to
on
follow
base.
flies out on the first pitch, and we have completed 3.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 4th. A's still with a sizable lead. Score 6-0. As we enter the bottom of the 4th, we have a new man in the mound for the Max. It's number 35, Ethan Taggart.
Leading off for the A's, the right fielder, number 26, Chris Saltzman.
Chris Saltzman will be the man to lead it off against the new pitcher. Aaron Langdon goes just 3 innings, gives up 7 base hits and 6 runs, all of them earned. And now the first pitch is lined into right. That's another leadoff single for the A's. So a rude greeting for the new pitcher by Saltzman. The A's will put a runner at first.
Second baseman, number 15, Hunter Berry.
So now it's Hunter Berry. Langdon also walked a batter, and he also hit a batter. As he's on the hook up for the loss. A's have scored in each of the first 3 innings so far. Looking to do it here in the bottom of the 4th, and they have a early base runner. The first pitch to Berry misses down low for a ball. Berry does not yet have an official at bat as he takes a called strike. It's 1-1. He walked and later scored in the first, and he was hit by a pitch in the second. And he also scored shortly after when Moses hit that home run in the left. Now the 1-1 is swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Pitch in on the hands of Berry. Couldn't make contact. The 1-2. Hit into right. And hanging up just enough for the right fielder Kulik to make the catch, and then they'll double off the runner at first. And that'll be a 9-3 double play. Also, there's 2 outs in the inning, and there's nobody on base.
Designated hitter, number 36, Josh Moses.
Not much that Saltzman could really do. That ball hung up. It had a shot to falling in for a base hit. So we had to go halfway. And with Kulik making that catch in short right field, it was a very short throw over to first. Now Moses takes one outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Moses has singled and homered. He has 2 runs scored. He's got 3 RBIs. All those RBIs came on that home run. And now he'll pop that one up to the right side. Your second base, Bryce Swick, will make the catch. That will end the inning. The A's going to lead off base runner, but a double play and then a pop-up ends the inning. So for the first time in this ballgame, the A's failed to score in an inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. With the A's still lead, however, it's 6-0. Bryce Swick will lead it off. We enter the top of the 5th. The game, the A's lead 6-0 as Swick swings and misses. And it's 0-1. Swick struck out in his only at-bat so far. It came in the top of the 3rd. Now the 0-1 misses and gets away from Stout. That'll roll near the backstop. 1-1.
Yeah.
Max at the bottom of the order, 9, and then 1 and 2 in the order to follow as there's a line drive right to Sutton, who'll leap in the air and reach across his body to make the catch, robbing Swick of at least a base hit, maybe even a double.
Center fielder, number 6, Colin Engelbert.
Head coach. So Sutton, who usually plays first base, placed at the hot corner, makes a nice leaping catch. And it's now the top of the order. The first pitch to Engelbert is a curve on the outside missing. Now the fastball misses off the outside. 2 balls, no strikes. So what could have potentially been a runner at second, nobody out. For the top of the order, there's 1 out in the inning. Base is empty as it's swing on miss now, 2-1. Engelbert has lined out to second and he's singled. He's 1 for 2 so far. He has one of the only 2 hits so far the Max have against Schwartz. Now it's a 2-2 count. Schwartz works his way back from 2-0 to even it up at 2-2. Now that is swung on and popped up on the infield. Kasanke will make the call and he'll make the catch. Just a few steps in the outfield grass. in short left center.
fielder, number 8, Sam Hawley.
So 2 up, 2 down. It'll bring up Sam Hawley, who struck out and singled. And he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Fastball at the bottom of the zone missing. 1-1. Under the swing and a ground ball to the left side. Kasanke will pick it up. The shortstop's throw is in time. A nice strong throw in the hole, flat-footed. And the A's are out of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom half of the inning. And the A's, they still lead. It's a 6-0 lead over the Max.
Leading off for the A's, the catcher, number 19, Harry Stout.
Stout, who is doing the catching today, will lead it off. He's singled, he's got an RBI, and he's flown out. He's 1 for 2 so far as he lines that one over the head of Lumens. Foul. He hit it hard, but he hit it foul, so it's 0-1. Taggart still on the mound in relief. Now there's a curveball missing away. 1-1. Now there's a curveball on the inside for a called strike. So the count now stands at 1-2. I was swinging a foul back into the net, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Taggart came in the last inning, and although he gave up a leadoff base hit on the first pitch he threw, essentially worked into a 1-2-3 inning as he got a double play on a flyout and then a pop out. As now Stout swings and misses for a strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 45, Mitch Sutton.
So now it'll be Mitch Sutton, who struck out. He's singled. Now in the first pitch, he hits it to the left side. Adam Grambo, the third baseman, will pick it up and make the throw in time. So one third baseman grounds out to the other, and we get the 5-3 ground out for the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 24, Cole McLavick.
So now it's Cole McLavick, who's got an infield single and an RBI, and he's also reached on a fielder's choice. As he takes a ball, and it's 1-0. First time he's faced Taggart. Now he hits that one high and deep into left center, but playable. And at the wall, Colin Engelbert will make the catch in front of the Legend Larry's sign for the final out of the inning. So for the second straight inning, A's bring up 3 batters. and they get 3 outs. So Taggart holding down the A's offense these last couple innings, but as we head to the top of the 6th, the A's still with a sizable lead.
It is time for our
It's
Disney
6-0.
bat race. Tonight our contestants will be racing.
Adam Grambo will lead it off. We enter the top of the 6th inning. A's lead 6-0. Middle of the order for the Max. As there's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Be Grambo the 3-0 hitter, then Schumann the cleanup hitter, and then Duros in the 5 spot, 2 up in the inning. Now that pitch misses off the outside. 1-1. Grambo is walked and popped out. He's 0 for 1 so far this evening. Now he looks one that is in the dirt, skips away from stealth. Moves the count to 2 balls and a strike. Fastball misses inside. 3 balls and a strike. Now they wind up in the delivery, and the 3-1 is grounded past Sutton at third, but foul. As that one will go into the foul territory down the left field line. Now full count, and the payoff from Schwartz is again foul. It's a chopper on the third base line. Sutton will pick that up, but in foul territory in front of the third base bag. So we'll have a second straight 3-2 pitch upcoming. And it's a called strike right on the outside. Grambo knew it. He was walking back to the dugout before the umpire gave him his call. That will end his at-bat.
First baseman, number 7, Mac Schumann.
And it will be Mac Schumann now, the first baseman. He's batting in the cleanup spot. And he's 0 for 2. He struck out and flown to right as he looks at one in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Fastball. It's a called strike on the inside and at the knees. It's 1-1. 1-1 from Schwartz. Curveball in on the hands and hit foul. That'll be out of play down the right field line. Moves the count to 1-2. It's a 6-0 ball game. The A's lead. They have 8 base hits. Max have just 2. And they have failed to score so far through 5 innings. I should say 5 1/3 innings against Schwartz so far, as that 1-2 is fouled out of play. Now there's another called strike. Same spot as Schumann on the outside corner with a fastball. That's back-to-back Ks in this 6th inning.
Designated hitter, number 24, Alex Duros.
So now it's Alex Duros. And Schwartz now has 6 Ks as he pours in a strike 0-1. Duros has struck out. He's also grounded out. He's 0 for 2 on the day so far. As now he swings and hits a chopper. That'll be foul. Halfway up the third base foul line. And it'll move the count to 0-2. Schwartz a strike away, trying to strike out the side here in the 6th inning. Kincaid, Grambo, and Schumann looking. On the 0-2, hard ground ball right back to Schwartz. He'll throw up his glove, and he's able to haul it in and throw it to first in time. A quick reaction by Schwartz to grab that one. And the A's are out of the inning. So yet another quick inning for Schwartz. And we are through 6, or 5.5 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. And the A's lead, score 6-0.
Leading off for the A's, the first baseman, number 21, Zach Kane.
Zach Kane will lead it off. In the bottom of the 6th, and in a game the A's find themselves in the lead, 6-0. As Ethan Taggart is still on the mound. His 3rd inning out of the pen, and the first pitch from Kane is hit high and deep into right center, but it's going to hang up for Colin Engelbert to make the catch near the warning track in right center for the first out of the inning.
Left fielder, number 16, Mark Warner.
So 1 pitch and 1 deep fly out, and that'll bring up Mark Warner, who's 1 for 1. He's got a single, a run scored, also an RBI and a sac fly. So he looks at a curveball, missing at the bottom of the zone, 1-0. Taggart so far has given up 1 base hit that came in the 4th inning against his first batter. Now the 1-0 is a called strike. It's 1-1. But since then he's gotten a double play. And he's faced the minimum so far. So there's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. He's now gotten 7 outs. He's faced just 7 batters. So he's cooled down the A's bats. So there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. And a pitch in the dirt. Warner chased it. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
Shortstop, number 14, Grant Kosenki.
So that's now 8 outs and 8 batters for Taggart. After the A's tagged the starter Langdon for 6 runs in just 3 innings, including 7 base hits. So there's a ground ball to the left side. The shortstop, Griffin Jack, will pick it up, make the throw off balance, and that will end the inning. So Taggart continuing his impressive work out of the bullpen. He's effectively quieted the A's bats through the final, through these last 3 innings. But as we head to the top of the 7th, the A's still with a commanding lead. They have 6. The Macs have nothing. Griffin Jack will lead it off. In the top half of the 7th, Schwartz still on the mound. And the first pitch misses just high for a ball. It's 1-0. Griffin Jack has grounded out to second and he's walked. He fouls that one to the left side near the A's dugout, 1-1. Schwartz with 6 Ks so far. So there's a swing and a miss, 1-2. Giving up 2 base hits, no runs. He has walked 3 batters. There's a curveball in on the hands of Jack, and he fouls it back. 1-2 the count to the Max shortstop, with Emmett Kulik, the right fielder, to follow. That one's down low, a check swing and appeal down to the umpire at first. And he rules it Jack held up, so it's 2-2.
You will need to wait the next time you raise on the field to do the mascot first.
And now that one's down low, taken by Jack. It's a full count, 3-2.
We will. I have anyone right here in the budget.
And now the 3-2 hit to the right side, right at Hunter Berry. He'll pick it up, throw a cane in time. First out of the inning. 4-3 the putout, and now it is Kulik, the right fielder.
So now it's always
Right fielder, number 19, Emmett Kulik.
The right fielder for the Max, he's one of the 3 walks allowed by Schwartz so far. He's also grounded out. He's 0 for 1 with that walk. As he takes a called strike, it's 0-1. 1 out in the inning. The A's lead 6-0. Kulik takes a curveball missing off the outside and just a hair low, 1-1. Now a fastball, called strike. On the outer half, about thigh high, it's 1-2. That's a pitch down and away in the dirt and scooped up by Stelt. 2-2 the count. And there's a swing and a miss, a pitch down low. A good pitch for Schwartz there that Kulik couldn't make contact with for the second out of the inning, and that's his 7th K.
Catcher, number 15, Stephen Jacobson.
So now it's Steven Jacobson, the catcher. He's grounded out and flown out. He's 0 for 2 so far. And he's ahead now, 1-0. Pitch low, half swing, and Jacobson held up. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 fastball, fouled into the netting. 2-1 the count. There's 2 outs in the inning. Nobody on base. Jacobson reaches. It's the 9-hole hitter, Bryce Swick, on deck. So there's a fastball missing off the outside. It's now 3-1 to Jacobson. Now he gets jammed and he pops that one up, but that'll be out of play. So that one will go behind home plates, over the netting, and onto the roof above the grandstands. Now a full count and the payoff. Swung on and fouled this one into the netting, and we'll have another 3-2 upcoming shortly. Payoff from Schwartz again. This is down and away. That is his 4th walk allowed. So Jacobson will reach on a 2-out base on balls.
Second baseman, number 23, Bryce Swick.
So now it's Bryce Swick, the 9-hole hitter. The Max second baseman has struck out and lined out to Sutton at third. There's a leaping attempt by Sutton that robbed him of what was probably at least a double. The 1-0 is hit hard in the left, but right at Mark Warner. He'll settle underneath it, and the inning will end. Another walk with 2 outs, but Schwartz works around it, and we've completed 6.5 to go to the bottom of the 7th. And the A's lead. They've got 6, the max. Still have yet to score.
Fielder number 26, Chris Saltzman.
A's at the top of the order to lead it off. It's Chris Saltzman, who has been the only base runner to reach against Taggart so far. Taggart came in the bottom half of the 4th in relief of Langdon. Saltzman singled off him in his first pitch. And since then, Taggart has faced the minimum.
Anytime soon for 50-50.
No, that pitch is inside. It's 1-0 to Saltzman. Taggart has faced 9 batters. He's gotten 9 outs. So now that one is lined foul down the right field line, and 1-1. Saltzman was eventually retired on the bases on a double play. So that's how he's faced the minimum. And Taggart has done his part to try and help his team get back in it. But the A's still find themselves in a 6-0 lead with the solid effort by Schwartz so far. He's given up just 2 hits, as it's now 2-1 to Saltzman. He struck out 7, and more importantly, Schwartz has kept the max off the scoreboard. So there's a curved ball at the bottom of the zone for a called strike on the inner third to the left-handed hitting Saltzman. So it's a 2-2 count. Saltzman is 1 for 3. That only base hit again came off of Taggart. Now that one comes in and that hits him. Or no, it's really he went on the swing. And it looks like it will be ruled a hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch.
Anybody care for 50-50?
Initially, it looked like it was a check swing and ruled a strike as the catcher Jacobson picked it up and threw over to first to secure the strikeout before the home plate umpire asked the field umpire, and they ruled that he was safe. So best assumption is that it's ruled a hit by pitch. So now the manager for the Max, who initially had a chat with the home plate umpire, will now chat with the field umpire who made the final ruling on the hit by pitch. Rule is if Saltzman did swing, whether he was hit or not, the swing counts first. And the Max manager unable to change the mind. So the check swing was ruled that he held up and he was hit by the pitch. So it's not a strikeout, it's a hit by pitch. Rather than an out in the inning, the A's have a leadoff base runner.
Second baseman, number 15, Hunter Berry.
So now it's Hunter Berry who hit into a 9-3 double play. He hit a little pop-up in the short right. Now there's a curveball that gets away from Taggart, and that will hang up and hit Berry right in the back. The second time he's been hit in the back. And the second hit by pitch in this inning.
Designated hitter, number 36, Josh Moses.
Last time Berry was hit, that was when Langdon, the starter, was in, and Moses followed shortly after with a 3-run bomb that made it 5-0. It's been the big blow in this game so far. And Moses takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Along with that home run, Moses has singled. He's scored twice and he's popped out. He's 2 for 3. The 0-1 to the DH. That one's hit in the right at Kulik, who will grab that one to secure the out for the first out of the inning. So that's one out.
The catcher, number 19, Harry Stout.
And it will be Harry Stelt. Catcher for the A's tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and RBI. He's flown out and struck out to go along with that base hit. Stands in with runners at first and second. 1 out in the inning. A's lead 6-0 as he fouls that one off the facing of his dugout. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Taggart. This is down low and blocked by Jacobson. 1-1 the count. The first real threat that the A's have mounted against Taggart so far. In the first 3 innings, Taggart faced the minimum, got 9 outs and 9 batters. Now that one misses down and away. It's 2-1, but 2 hit by pitches in this inning. A's have 2 runners on with 1 out. It's now a 2-1 count. Now that one misses down low. Will get away from Jacobson, go all the way to the backstop. As a wild pitch will allow the runners Saltzman and Berry to move up. Saltzman to third, Berry to second. So now the A's have 2 runners in scoring position at second and third, and with it being less than 1 out, a sac fly could get the A's another run as the infield will come in for the max. And the 3-1 is fouled to the right side of the plate. So a full count upcoming. Max trail by 6. And with their offense only having 6 outs to work with, trying to cut down any potential more runs from scoring, is now that'll be the 3rd hit by pitch in the inning. So that's a curveball that got away from Taggart, and that drilled Stelt near his front shoulder, the backside of his front shoulder. As now the Max manager will take a slow walk out to the mound, and it looks like that'll be it for Taggart. So we're going to have a new pitcher. A's have the bases loaded with 1 out for Mitch Sutton.
27.
We'll tell you more about the new pitcher after this short break. A's lead 6-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Back for the bottom of the seventh, bases loaded for the A's, and it's T.J. Pierce, the new pitcher from Menasha.
Third baseman, number 45, Mitch Sutton.
And Mitch Sutton will be the first batter to face off against him. A's lead by 6 in a 6-0 game, and they're threatening to officially put this one away. And on the first pitch, Sutton hits it into left center, and the center fielder, Engelbert, lost the ball, as everyone's going to be saved. Engelbert, the center fielder, lost the ball. He threw his hands out. He couldn't find it. Sam Holly, the left fielder, was able to spot it, but he was so far away from it, he couldn't catch it in time as that fell in. So the A's get a run. It's a base hit.
Center fielder, number 24, Cole McLavick.
Should have been an out, but the A's will take it, a gift base hit. And now it's Cole McLavick on the first pitch. He hits it to the shortstop. And Griffin Jack will pick it up. He slips as he threw it over to second. And that little slip might have been enough to prevent a double play as another one scores. And it's now 8-0.
Oh, who do we got here? 29.
We now have a pinch hitter, Jake
Now hitting
Arns.
for the A's, number 29, Jake Arns.
First pitch to Arns, misses inside for ball one. For McLavick, it is a 6'4" fielder's choice and RBI. As he stands at first, Stelt at third base. Barry was the one to score. It's now 2 balls and no strikes, and Chris Saltzman was the one to score on the pop-up single by Mitch Sutton. Now Barry swings in, Arns swings and fouls. 2-1 the count. Arns pinch hitting for Zach Kane. Finishes the day 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. Here's set with a 2-1, and Arns pops it up to the right side. Bryce Swick will settle underneath it, right on the edge of the outfield grass, to get the out, and the inning will end. But thanks to a gift of a base hit, along with a fielder's choice, the A's score 2 more, and we will head to the top of the 8th inning. A's now lead. It's 8-0. Colin Engelbert, the center fielder for the Max, will lead it off as Schwartz is still on the mound for inning number 8. He's yet to allow a run. He's given up 2 base hits. He has walked 4 batters, but he's also struck out 7 as the first pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count. Now we're swinging a foul off the end of the bat. And it's 1-1. Engelbert is 1 for 3. He's singled. He's also lined out and popped out to Kasenki a short. 1-1 fastball off the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Now that one's hit into right center, hit well, but McClavick will settle underneath it, making the catch about 3 or 4 steps in front of the warning track in right center for the first out.
Left fielder, number 8, Sam Hawley.
So 1 up, 1 down. It'll be Sam Howley, left fielder, who is also singled. He's struck out and grounded out. There's a ground ball up the middle, picked up by Kasenki at near the second base bag. He'll throw off balance in time. So Howley sees 1 pitch, grounds out, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
Third baseman, number 1, Adam Grambo.
So now it's Adam Grambo, who's walked. He's popped out to second, and he's struck out. That one misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the Max third baseman takes a called strike on a fastball, and it's 1-1. From the windup, and there's a called strike, and it's quickly 1-2. 2 outs in the inning. A's with an 8-0 lead. And now Schwartz misses off the outside, as that one will be just off the glove of Stelt, and then it'll roll away just a bit. And it will even things up at 2-2. Now that's a liner into left, and that'll be off of water as that dropped in. And that will be a double. Water tried to make a shoestring catch, but it bounced off the ground. Like it bounced up and hit off his body and rolled away. He couldn't initially find it. Before Kasenki, the shortstop, picked it up and threw it on the infield, but not before Grambo was at second base.
First baseman, number 7, Mac Schumann.
So a runner at second base on the double. Now there's a fastball at the letters missing. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 is popped up to the right side in foul territory. Arns and Stelt will give it a look, but that'll be over the Max dugout on the first base side out of play, and it moves the count to 1-1. Now the 1-1, a hard ground ball to Hunter Berry. Goes down to one knee to pick the short hop, and he'll throw to second, or throw over to first to get the final out, and the inning will end. So the Max get a 2-out double, but they again fail to score. And we will go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. A's lead. Score is 8-0.
Warner.
Mark Warner will lead it off in the bottom half of the eighth, and to gain the A's lead 8-0. TJ Pierce is still on the mound. Came in relief of Ethan Taggart in the last half inning, or last inning. Now the first pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, is a called strike. 1-1 to Warner, who's got a sac fly, a strikeout, and a single. He's 1 for 2. Now he gets jammed and hits that one out of play. On the right field side, foul, 1-2. Pierce ended up giving up a base hit and 2 inherited runners to score. Now there's a swing and a miss, and Warner will strike out his second strikeout of the evening as he swung at a curveball in the dirt. So now it's Grant Kasenke, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 14, Grant Kosenke.
TJ Pierce did have a bit of bad luck in that last inning, though. On the first pitch, he got Sutton to pop it up in a short left center, but Engelbert, the center fielder, couldn't find it. And Sam Holly in left was too far away to catch that ball, so it fell in and allowed the run to score. And then a fielder's choice ground out allowed another run to score, and now the 0-1 is a called strike, 0-2, and the shortstop Griffin Jack slipped a bit, and maybe if he doesn't, maybe it's a double play. Both those runs come off of Taggart's. It's now a 1-2 count after a pitch misses inside. So the A's will take it. It adds to their lead total, and they have a much more sizable 8-0 lead now. Now there's a swing and a hard ground ball up the middle. The shortstop, Griffin Jack, will pick it up. He'll throw it over to first in time to Max Schumann in time. And that is the second out of the inning.
Right fielder, number 26, Chris Saltzman.
So now it'll be Chris Saltzman, who started the last inning with a hit by pitch and eventually scored the first of the 2 runs in that inning. He's also singled. He's 1 for 3. So he works it ahead quickly. 1-0 the count. A's are at the top of the order. Now Saltzman follows that one back. Goes to the net, and it's 1-1. A's just need 3 more outs on defense. Might see Schwartz go out there and try for the complete game shutout. Now that pitch is in on the hands. And foul to the left side out of play. And it's a 1-2 count.
Here, catch.
2 outs in the inning, bases empty, 1-2 count to Saltzman. Pierce set from the waist, and that one is down low, and past the glove of Jacobs into the backstop. 2-2 the count. Two from Pierce is a curveball that just missed off the outside corner. Close take by Saltzman, but missed off the outside. So now it's a full count, and the payoff, and Saltzman lines that one into right, and that will drop in front of the right fielder Kulik for a 2-out single. Saltzman hit it well, and it just fell in front of Kulik in right.
Second baseman, number 15, Hunter Berry.
So that's the second base hit for Saltzman this evening. And it will bring up Hunter Berry, who's reached base 3 times. He's only got 1 official at bat so far. That was a 9-3 double play in the 4th. His other 3 plate appearances, he's walked, he's hit by a pitch twice. And he's scored every time he's reached base. It's an 0-1 count after he takes a called strike 0-1. Fastball. Letter high. They have also been inside, and it's 1-1. One from Pierce. Called strike. As Barry disagrees with this called strike. Looks like he thought it was just a bit high. Umpire rules it was in the zone. So it's a 1-2 count. Now Barry lines that one in the right. That'll get down. That's another base hit. And it almost got by Emmett Kulik. He initially had trouble with that one.
Schwartz is coming in to hit.
Ooh.
Excellent.
So back-to-back base hits, and now Taylor Schwartz will grab a bat, and he'll bat for himself.
Now batting in place of the designated hitter, the pitcher, number 7, Taylor Schwartz.
So Derek Lumens will allow the pitcher to hit for the DH. So Moses is now officially out of the game as a DH. Perhaps just a little birthday gift there for Schwartz that allows him to hit in an 8-0 game, as he's going to be looking for the complete game shutout. As now he works it to 2-0. Runners at first and second. 2 outs in the inning. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Schwartz. And now he'll work a 4-pitch walk. So Schwartz comes in. And he'll go to first, and the bases are loaded.
Okay.
It was the 3rd plate appearance of the year for Schwartz. He also has a base hit.
The catcher, number 19, Harry Stout.
So now it's Harry Stout with the bases loaded. A's already lead 8-0, and the first pitch is grounded right to the shortstop, Griffin Jack. He'll flip it to the second baseman, Bryce Swick, covering to get the force at second, and that won the inning. The A's load up the bases with 2 outs, but they cannot bring anyone across to score. However, we go to the top of the 9th, as Schwartz will come out looking for the complete game shutout in a game that his team is up 8-0. Top of the ninth, Schwartz out to try for the complete game shutout, and he'll have a pinch hitter to start it off. It's number 29, Mike Bourbon, in place of Alex Duros, the DH, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. And that one misses just off the outside. So a ball and 2 strikes to the pinch hitter Bourbon. Now a half swing, he held up. 2-2.
Hey, Daddy. Yeah.
Now the 2-2 swung on and missed. Schwartz strikes out the pinch hitter.
I'll be right there.
That is the first out of the inning. Strikeout number 8.
Shortstop, number 37, Griffin Jack.
So now it's Griffin Jack, the shortstop. First pitch popped up behind home plate and out of play. 0-1 to the Max shortstop, who was grounded out twice to second base, and he's also walked. Swinging a foul tip, just got a piece of it, but it moves the count to 0-2. Fastball just missed off the outside. 1-2 the count. With Emmett Kulik on deck. A's lead 8-0. And there's a swing and a miss. There's K number 9. So 2 Ks to begin the top of the ninth. And Schwartz is an out away from the complete game.
Right fielder, number 19, Emmett Kulik.
Kulik, the right fielder, has grounded out, walked, and struck out. And he is behind the fastball, way late 0-1. Oh, 0-1 from Schwartz. In the dirt, off the plate, 1-1. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-2, and Schwartz is a strike away. And the 1-2, a called third strike. He strikes out the side, and Schwartz gets the complete game shutout as he strikes out 10 batters and earns the victory. A fine performance on his 28th birthday. Gives up just 3 base hits. He strikes out 10 as his team runs away in an 8-0 victory over the Menasha Max. So the A's will move up to 6-3 in the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League.
Your game recap. For Sheboygan, 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 8 men left on base. For Menasha, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, 7 men left on base. Winning pitcher, Taylor Schwartz. Losing pitcher, Aaron Langdon.
Based on winning percentage, the A's
Time
now
of
are in
game,
second
1
place
hour,
behind the
50
Green Bay
minutes.
Storm in the Newble standings. Green Bay at 4-1. And again, the A's now stand at 6-3 as they move ahead of the Menasha Max, who fall to 2-2 in the Newble this season. A's overall move up to 14-7. And we'll be right back tomorrow as they'll take on, these A's will take on the De Pere Dodgers. That'll be a Wisconsin State League game. That'll be at 7:30. That'll be here in Sheboygan at Wildwood Baseball Park. Winning pitcher is Schwartz, who again went the complete game. He struck out 10. He walked 4. He gave up 3 base hits. Had some stellar defense behind him. And he gave up no runs. The losing pitcher was Aaron Langdon, gave up 6 runs on 7 base hits in just 3 innings of work. That'll do it for us tonight as the A's, again, they win 8-0 on 11 base hits. We'll be back tomorrow here on the SheboyganBaseball.org website. First pitch 7:30 as the A's will take on the Deep Ear Dodgers.